We don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore like we used to do.
Singer-songwriter Charlie Puth was a musical prodigy at age 6, a superstar by 23. Then, a chance encounter forced him to rethink everything. He's talking, for the record, with Tony Dokoupil.
If you remember the melody, you may also remember the young man at the piano.
It's been a long day without you, my friend.
Charlie Puth, then just 23, co-wrote and then co-performed with rapper Wiz Khalifa the 2015 song See You Again.
And I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
It became one of the biggest pop hits of the decade, spending 12 weeks at #1 and getting nearly 6 billion, yes, billion views on YouTube, launching Puth as a bona fide star.
You've been running around, throwing that dirt all on my name.
He followed it up with 2 big solo albums full of huge hits.
Marvin Gaye and get it on. I'm only one call away.
But in early 2020, Puth announced that his much-anticipated third album would be scrapped because, as he put it, none of the music felt real.
You were a bankable star, multi-Grammy nominated, billion-stream songs. You were touring, you were selling out stadiums. So it's a big deal to say, actually, stop. What was that moment like where you said, no, we're not doing this?
I'll never forget it. I went to a restaurant in West Hollywood right when I had decided that I was going to start over. And Maitre D' came over to me and said, Elton John would like to meet you.
Through a friend, the pop legend had heard an early version of the album.
He said, that music you just put out was not very good. And I was like a little taken aback by that because it's not like I disagreed with him, but it's not every day you get to run into Elton John at a restaurant and have him tell you exactly what you were just thinking 10 minutes prior.
I gotta imagine that hurt a little bit.
It did, but it didn't. It stung for about 2 minutes, and then I walked back over to the table and I just pointed upward and I was like, that confirms everything.
It was a moment that made Puth think back to falling in love with music, growing up in the New Jersey shore town of Rumson. His dad was a builder, his mom a music teacher.
I would wake up with her playing piano every day. That was the alarm clock, her playing.
We first talked to him back in 2018.
Sometimes like, I think my brain would be musically awake before I even had breakfast.
I'm gonna marry you.
And we learned that pretty soon, Charlie's parents had realized their son had a unique gift for memorizing songs.
I found it way easier to listen to the Beatles. If I'm playing, Who Knows How Long I Loved You, my 10-year-old brain thought I could just listen to the record and play it back just by hearing it, and I thought that was a normal thing.
By 10, this musical prodigy was performing at school and in church, starting with the day the organist didn't show up.
I had heard the Mass, the music, so many times. Hallelujah, hallelujah. I just played the entire Mass.
It's almost like that thing on a plane where it's like, is there a doctor on the plane? But it was like, is there an organist in the church?
Is there an organist in the church? And I raised my little hand and my feet didn't even reach the pedals.
What gave you the courage to do that in a room full of adults in God's house?
I've always just wanted to save the day.
And it wasn't just grown-ups who took note. Puth's classmates did too.
Were you shy?
I was shy, but at the same time I wasn't. When I was in my musical element, I wasn't shy. When I was doing a science project, I was very shy.
But you can walk right on stage at church and play the organ or school assembly.
Yeah, because I knew I got it. I knew that no one else was going to be able to do that day. In the most humble way possible, I could say that.
I don't think you have to be that humble.
I just like making people happy.
That led Puth to major music schools in Boston and New York City.
I was just working really hard to make a name for myself and in this community.
All the while he was performing his songs, first on YouTube,
I won't tell a soul.
then on an actual stage, starting right here at the Bitter End in Manhattan.
I was so nervous, and I played an hour set, and I had 200 people.
Girl, you gotta slow it down.
The crowds grew. And on tour with him back in 2018, Puth sure seemed to love every second of it. But later that year, when we met him at his home in Los Angeles, the musician had begun a pretty serious self-review, even after the breakaway success of See You Again.
We had the biggest song in the world. I had to put an album out. It was rushed. And we had songwriters who didn't know me or even talk to me half the time put records together for me. It sounded fine, but the message on those songs meant nothing to me.
Not long after he decided to pause and rebuild, though, the pandemic hit.
F major.
Jingle bell rock.
Looking for a new outlet, he turned to TikTok.
What if this song started off like ba 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 ba, and then the bass would go bum bum ba bum? I thought I was going to teach people and just produce music for other artists.
He did, co-writing the #1 hit Stay with the Kid Laroi and Justin Bieber.
I was like, okay, that's what I'm going to do from now on. I'm going to make other people's dreams come true. But I was kind of lying to myself.
I can feel you over here. I can feel you over here.
Instead, he started writing for Charlie Puth once again.
Did you know that my dreams, they're all
Now, 3 years later, the pop star is back, with a wildly popular collaboration with Jungkook of BTS.
I can feel you over here. I can feel you over here.
And while Charlie is officially his third album, the now 31-year-old artist says it feels, in some ways, like his first.
I'll be telling the truth. From here on out, you can't lie and write a song. I'll be telling the truth from here on out. Sometimes to my detriment, but at least it'll be the truth.